going to Tabugon to look at some of the historical landmarks that we have there that is very much part of our history, because Tabugon is where the Japanese surrendered during the World War II. This is the site of the first surrender of Japanese forces on Cebu on August 28, 1945. I'm driving through right now through Talamban because this time I'm gonna have to take another trip to the north of Cebu's island. Last time I was not able to stop on the different municipalities as I have passed through going to Bantayan Island because I was concerned that I want to reach the Roro ferry that will take my car to Bantayan, and also because the Roro had different schedule than just the passenger barge or the passenger ferry. So this time I'm only gonna be staying on the places or the municipalities that I passed through, like Tabogon, which is full of the history of the World War II here in Cebu's island. So as usual, I'll be showing you around the places that I passed through going there. So I am now passing through the first municipality you're gonna pass if you're going to the north, and that is Consolacion. Consolacion is a very busy municipality. It's full of residential places now, you know, villages, subdivisions. This is where most of the, you know, like affordable subdivision is located. So Consolacion as well is known to be the traffic area in your trip to the north. Not so much about Llihan because they got wider roads, but have you noticed the narrowness of the roads, and considering that the side commercial shops have no parking area, so their customers are forced to park, leaving you with one lane left because they are now occupied by the parking customers of the businesses. So this has to be addressed by the government because they already know. That's why they put the barriers here, because before the vehicles can just turn anytime, anywhere. So now there are designated U-turn area, so to save all this hassle of the traffic that caused by the pedestrians. So I'm gonna go on this lane because that area there is now a crossover to the left side. Now here they are celebrating, as you can see up ahead, the 101 years of there being a municipality, and on this side is their seat of governance. On and on Consolacion is their slogan. So in here as well you will find the third SM Mall of Cebu, SM Consolacion, which we will be passing through up ahead. So we are now passing through the seat of activity here in Consolacion, which is the presence of the mall, the third mall here in Cebu of SM, the SM City Consolacion. And this is where, because I said it's the center of activity, because this is where the traffic mostly come from, all here in this area where SM City Consolacion is located. I am still stuck here in the traffic of Yati Llihan. It's unbelievable because I think there is a smack between vehicles, because it's usually caused by this, and we have asked a few of the motorists that what's the cause there's an accident. So we are still stuck in Yati Llihan. The movement is like you're in the middle of Cebu City, like in Colon before, But Colon is now very, very good in the traffic situation because all the one-way street is preventing all that clog up that used to happen before. So the traffic is easing up a bit now here in the Food Street area, where the seat of activity, because it's near the church, the mall, and all the different commercial shops, and of course the popular Jollibee. I am now entering to the Municipality of Compostela, the third municipality on my trip up north. So I gotta have to go on a leeway because I had a call from America that I will take. I told her, I think a viewer of mine, that she can call me in 10 minutes. So I finally reached Danao. That was quite a long drive this time because of some of the hurdles in Llihan. They are doing the roads and there's an accident, so it's double hurdle. But finally, we are here. Smoother ride, faster ride. Not as fast as some other viewers can say, but I have to drive safely because I'm also filming as I'm driving. This is not about how fast I can drive. I'm actually touring you on the places that I pass. So we are now in Barangay Maslob, the gateway to Danao City. So we are now passing through the Grilled Fish Road, where lots of fresh fish taken from the fishermen here are being grilled. There's the fishermen, the docking site where all these fish vendors are located, and then you can see the slogan for Danao right there, Sidlak Danao. And there's the port as well. You can see the port going to Camotes Island, where the Jumila shipping is docking, is behind the Baywalk. And of course, Danao City, a progressive city, one of the most progressive component city of Cebu, is having malls as well, and still keeping the provincial nature on the other side, but here is the progressive side. There is the Jumila Shipping Corporation, the one that will take you to Camotes Island by a Ro-Ro, so you can actually take your vehicles with you. And then that's the Sands Mall and Metro Department Store and Supermarket is also there. And right across is the CFI Danao City and the Villanueva Church, the patron saint of Danao. So Danao is actually very busy. It's just like Mandaue City here, but sans the highway. But it's becoming more and more progressive in here. So I am now entering the Municipality of Carmen. The first barangay is Dawes Carmen. So I just passed the Church of St. Augustine here in Carmen, Cebu, and we are now approaching their seat of municipality, which is the Municipal Hall of Carmen and the Town Plaza. So that's the Municipal Hall of Carmen. It's under renovation, and that's the slogan for Carmen: Amazing Carmen. So every municipality, have you noticed that there is a slogan like Kog on and on Consolacion, live, love, like Liluan, and then Sidlak Danao, our home Compostela, then Sidlak Danao, then here is Amazing Carmen. We are here in Poblacion, where the public market is also located. Where the clog up of traffic here are usually where the public market is. Yeah, that's the Carmen Public Market on the left. Right side and right across is the Metro Supermarket. That's the Carmen Public Market. And here is the Metro Supermarket. So not so bad at traffic. I was just held back there in Llihan. And this way on the left side is where you turn going to the Cebu Safari and Adventure Park, in which me and Olby is planning to go next weekend there to film around the safari. We have now entered the Municipality of Catmon, Cebu, the land of the Bibingka Street and the famous Catmon Vinegar. I am now passing through the Panalipan Bay, and I'm always amazed with the view from here. That's the Panalipan Bridge, and this is the bay. Here in Catmon, Cebu. So it's high tide right now, so you can't see all the rock formations from here. So I'm just passing through the Bibingka Street of Barangay Macaas, Catmon, Cebu. And they are now operating their bingka. It's now extending more here. And you got Bad Food House there. Catmon got very nice shoreline, like all the next municipalities are, because they are near the shore, and they have a lot of beach resort as well in here. Yeah, Aya Beach Resort, rooms for rent for any parties, you know, because they are there right at the edge of their shoreline. Now I'm passing through Discover Catmon. So this is the seat of governance here in the Municipality of Catmon. You can see all the activities around here, commercial centers, centers for government services, their police station. Then I had to stop in 7-Eleven to get some more drinks. I bought like a 5-liter bottle of water. So continuing on to the north, next to Catmon will be Sugod, the place of Daddy Bob here in Cebu Island. So I just entered the municipality of Sugod, Daddy Bob's home here in Cebu Island. So I'm just passing here. I have a video about Sugod, but there are still other places that I could discover from here. I had only just scratched the surface, but my destination right now is further municipality up north, the one that I just passed through during my Bantayan trip, because I was more straight on to Bantayan than going around. I'm now passing through the road here in the National Highway, where they are fixing There's a long stretch of retaining wall on this side as earthquake prevention or landslide prevention. So you can see it visibly here. It's quite a long stretch actually, because this is a landslide prone area. And they are also expanding the road as the same time. Look and see, the middle used to be the only part of the road, and now, like, it seems like mostly here in Barangay Damulog, they are expanding the road, make it like 4 lanes for both sides, the two, and there you are. That's the anapog that they are carving out, and then throw this here on the other side so they can build the retaining wall. So it's a stop and go here, taking turns. There's someone here, but at night, that's why it's better to travel daytime at this area, on this area rather. So they're still going to be continuing their retaining walls. It's a poured retaining wall, which is good than just what they've done before. Like, you know, the rocks, the riprops seems to be not sufficient enough. But if it's properly done, of course, with beams, it will do the job. Because I've seen those designs as well in other places where they use riprap with beams, even columns in between. So I'm still here in the Municipality of Sugod, Cebu. That's another measure that they do, is to cover the mountain after they have built the retaining walls like this. Cover the mountain with those nets and like screen to hold back the soil, I suppose. There's a lot of that on the way to the Trans-Central Highway the Trans-Central Highway Road. Oh, these are what is very popular here. There's more up there. There's the basket wear industry here in Sugod. I've seen more around this area. So we are now leaving Sugod. This is now the jurisdiction vicinity of Bourbon. Bourbon, Cebu is a farming community as well, like most provinces. And they have a slight shoreline that's not been so commercialized. So they have some nice beach here that's not so commercialized. So Bourbon, Cebu. I'm still traversing to the north via Tabogon now. I'm here still in Barangay Sagay, not Tabogon, Bourbon, Cebu, sorry. I'm still here in Bourbon, Cebu, and I will be going to Tabogon to look at some of the historical landmarks that we have there. That is very much part of our history, because Tabogon is where the Japanese surrendered during the World War II. So I will be looking at the markers made by the American war veterans to commemorate the surrender of the Japanese in Tabogon. And I have been searching through where is it, because it's not well publicized, and most say that is like in that Batanes way, the Kaduawan, but it's not. Kaduawan is where they do the march, but the actual surrender ceremony is in Barangay Llihan, Tabogon. So we are still here in Bourbon. The reason I'm showing you this because there's so many residential areas around this place, and some of my brothers and sisters, Filipino brothers and sisters, maybe know someone or somewhere here, especially if they're coming from this place, or they know a relative that lives here or someone that they know. So Bourbon is a sleepy town. Not much activities around, but the people are happy living here with the farms and the peacefulness they are enjoying every night. This is like a school, the Don Gregorio Antigua Elementary School. So you can see the dark clouds up ahead. We have been having rains every afternoon. And if you look at the weather for the Philippines right now, is like today is 50% possibility of rain, in which it's already started a while ago and it's just stopped now. Another ancestral home there. And there's a commercial. There Don Gregorio Antigua Sports Complex, Bourbon. I'm here right now in Barangay Llihan, and I am here in the place where the actual Japanese surrendered to the Americans. And in fact, there is a marker here that you can see on the road, in which I will go closer. It is now surrounded with plants, but this is the site of the first surrender of Japanese forces on Cebu on August 28, 1945.